Got Butterfield in the kitchen again. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make your own yogurt. And it's really easy. In fact, it's so easy, even a 9 and 10-year-old could do it. And to prove it, I've got my 9-year-old Hunter here and Braden, our 10-year-old here. Okay? So you're going to help me make yogurt today. So here's what you're going to need in order to make your own yogurt. You're going to need a pot, and I do recommend this is a cast iron pot that has ceramic coating, and it works really great for making yogurt. You're going to need some milk. I recommend organic milk. I do not recommend raw milk, which is more expensive because I am planning on pasteurizing this by raising the temperature to 180 degrees. So just get some organic milk. Don't go too crazy with it. You're going to need your favorite brand of yogurt. So probably best to get one from the health food section. This one is Brown Cow. It's one that I really like the flavor. You've got Nancy, Stonyfield. There's a lot of really good brands of yogurt. Just make sure it's plain and make sure it's whole milk yogurt. Don't do any reduced fat. Okay? So that's going to be your culture. Then you're going to want a thermometer. Describe more about the thermometer in a moment. Okay, so we're ready to get started. We've got a gallon of milk here because my pot can hold a gallon of milk. So that's why we're choosing a gallon. If you have a bigger pot, you can do more if you'd like. All right, gentlemen, please pour the milk into the cast iron pot. There you go. You can both get in there. Yes, you pour quickly, you may get a little splashy. That's fine. That's pretty full. I'd maybe use a little under a gallon next time. That's fine. Okay, and then we want to heat this up to 180 degrees. So Braden, please start up the stove. There you go, great. And we want it to be on pretty high. And this is really pretty hard to screw up, okay? So even if you burn the milk, that's fine. It's really not going to affect the yogurt. However, we do want to be monitoring the temperature. And for that, we have a few thermometers, which Hunter's going to show us here.
So this is a thermometer gun. So you point it at the milk, and it'll show you the time, like 72.6 degrees. Or if you don't have this, you can just use a simple thermometer instead from having to go to the store and buy a thermometer gun. So if you already have a regular thermometer, you can just stick it in the milk and then it'll show you the time instead from using a thermometer gun.
Yeah, I'll show you the temperature. So this is just an oven thermometer. And I would say that this is a little more accurate than, so this is quick, this is accurate. And so I do want to pasteurize it. It's because the only culture that I want in this milk, I want to be from the yogurt. And so since this is just starting here, it's going to take a little while in order for it to heat up a full gallon of milk. Make sure it's on Fahrenheit if you're going by Fahrenheit. So we want it to be 180 degrees. And you can stir it with a spoon and keep it homogeneous, okay? I'm not going to go through the rest of the process on the video. I'm going to explain the rest of the process real quick. So once it's up to 180 degrees, you can shut off the stove. In order for it to heat up faster, we can put the lid on. I used to even do this without a thermometer. Basically, as soon as it starts simmering, that's about the time you're going to want to shut it off. Once it's up to 180 degrees, we shut off the oven, as I said, and we let it cool down to 110 degrees. This is the biggest area where I've goofed up, is because sometimes I've forgotten and I left it out overnight. So you might want to set a timer or something like that to remind you to come back and finish the yogurt. So once it's at 110 degrees, you simply take your favorite yogurt, take about a cup of it, you put it in with the yogurt, and all you're going to do, you turn on the oven light, and just the oven light will heat up the oven warm enough to properly ferment the milk and to create an entire gallon of yogurt. And it's really inexpensive. Yogurt is an exceptional food. It's really important, full of probiotics. It's going to be really good for your gut. And we're making plain yogurt. You can add fruit and different things to your yogurt to make it more enjoyable. But once we put the yogurt culture in there, we're just going to put it in the oven overnight, at least 8 hours. Going a full 24 hours, you can get potentially a little bit different fermentation, maybe a little bit more sour, a little bit more fermented. And it's really that easy. As you've seen, these young men can do it. And I had someone ask me, well, if it's that easy, why doesn't everybody do it? And I really think it's just because they don't know. Now you know, and you can have an abundant amount of yogurt for you and your family for very inexpensive. So enjoy.